legs between the two teams so far. On the handoff, it's Carter. And Carter picks his way through traffic. Picks up 4, call it 3rd down and short. And Caden Curry, a player we're going to focus on a lot.
Package opposite Buckner as well.
Adetomiwa in his 4th year after being a draft pick out of Northwestern in 2023. 3rd and short. Goodson out of the backfield. And on the crossing pattern, 1st down and more, pushed out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. That is Anthony on the catch. Vinny Anthony, the second, picks up 17 yards and moves the chain.
You create a lot of 3rd and 1s.
And there were 26 total points scored last week. Already sitting on 16 here. It's Goodson. Goodson to the pile and gets a yard at most. And let's get another Toyota sideline report. Here's Lara Overton.
Well, certainly a large contingent of Caden Curry fans who are here. The Center Grove product actually had to tell his friends and family.
Will be when he kicks inside. Now, with all this 5-man line that Lewis.
Proud mom and Maria Curry on the screen. 2nd and long. Rush on the catch. Good open field tackle made by Jalen Carlisle. Again, it's Goodson. And it's 3rd down.
I think Carlisle has had a passing downs regardless when the real games start. No question about it. This is a critical 3rd down, red zone 3rd down. Force a 3, deny a 7.
Line to gain the 3-yard line. On the handoff, it's Goodson, and he'll be short.
Excellent job again by Taylor Britt. And I think that's a Jacquet with him.
And the line to gain is just shy of the 3.
This is a stop that can win a ball game right here in that low red zone.
Rush. Looking end zone on the comeback route, and nothing there but a late flag comes in, and that'll put the ball at the 1-yard line.
Blackman just can't catch a break right now. It's
pass interference. Defense, number 29. Foul occurred in the end zone. Ball be placed at the 1-yard line. Automatic 1st down.
Is that the classic case if you've got to turn around and play the ball?
Absolutely.
If you're Blackman?
Absolutely. He's got good coverage, but eventually you've got to get right there, and that's tough. That back fade is really tough.
I think it was just that last dip of his right shoulder. Ended up drawing the flag.
I've been there. Football's a nightmare for him right now.
Carter on the carry, and Carter in the end zone. No, just shy. Pushed back. Trying to gain 2nd down. Derek Nottie, the last to get up off the pile there for the Colts. Long-time Kansas City Chief.
And we're looking for Nottie to be that guy, that anchor, that space-eating nose tackle, that when you want to give Grover a blow on 1st down, you got to have been able to do that very well.
No Grover Stewart nor DeForest Buckner in today's game. Rush the quarterback sneak. I don't think he made it. No, sir. 3rd down. Clemens and Nottie combine on that. Again, Clemens with the New York Jets, Nottie with the Chiefs. We'll see some of Jerry Tillery today. That's from a 1st-round pick that's been around the league 7 or 8 years.
And Wooden made a tackle before. The Colts did a really good job of bringing in some veteran backup guys so that when we do rest a Buckner, we do rest a Grover, we don't just fall apart against the run.
Wooden came over in the Zaire Franklin deal from Green Bay. 12th play of the drive here for the Falcons. On the handoff, Carter stood up. 2nd effort, touchdown. Touchdown. That is the call, that the 2nd effort of Carter got him into the end zone. And we'll see the ball, it appeared to the goal line before that happened.
Big hit by a Jacquet. Just a good little spin by Carter to get in.
Take 1 more look here from the goal line camera. Of course, there was a contested non-touchdown call for the Colts last week in the game against the Patriots, and
I've looked at it 10 times and still it is not a fumble. It was not a fumble.
We're still holding play. Falcons offense has cranked up 150 yards in offense.
Yeah, they've dominated this half. There isn't any question about it.
And Folks' extra point try splits the uprights. No Falcons.
Throwing blitz up in there. Coming out.
Leonard couldn't find Coleman Owen.
They're confusing him a little bit with that bluff. By that I mean they're getting up there in a blitz look, but they're not blitzing. They're giving the illusion and they're coming out. And then he's getting confused, and then in that case the walls of Jericho opened up with our offensive line.
Cam Sample makes contact with Leonard.
3rd and long now. This is a defensive down.
Reminiscent of the opening drive where the Colts got behind the chains. Leonard steps in, finds Burks, first down. Gets the conversion on 3rd and a dozen. Needed 12 and picked up 13 again. Flag though behind the play.
Oh, no.
Let's see if this is a hold or if this is maybe post throw.
61. 10-yard penalty. Replay. 3rd down.
So wipe away what would have been a 13-yard pickup. Josh Kreutz guilty of the infraction, and that last name sounds familiar. His dad, a longtime Chicago Bear offensive lineman.
Yep, there's no question. And what Kreutz does that you can't do is he puts his hand on the back of the defender. They will always catch it. You can grab them inside. Don't grab them around the back.
His dad Owen, a 6-time Pro Bowler with Chicago, and on the screen pass that kind of spelled disaster from the start. Incomplete pass, and here comes the punt team on for Indianapolis.
I would say the encouraging thing there on what is a real bad looking drive was the throw by Riley. Was really, he drilled that curl in there, and Burks was right there to make it. Burks won't go away now. That guy's got talent.
So Sanchez on to boot the ball away.
He skied it.
He always does in these scenarios from the 29-yard line. And solid coverage by the Indianapolis Colts. On the punt return, back to my dream. Linebackers on the roster. I've not seen Akeem Davis Gaither in preseason games. Had 117 tackles last year for the Arizona Cardinals. Goodson, the ball carrier, and Goodson with a flag behind the play picks up 9, but this has all the earmarks of a hold.
Yep.
Holding. Offense. Number 74. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
This is a United Nations game today.
All the flags you can handle, huh?
All the flags. Every
and you often
country.
see this in a preseason game. And frankly, you mentioned Allen. It was Allen beating his man to the spot that drew the penalty.
It was. Again, you know, you talk about the linebacker situation. I wouldn't be surprised that Gaither and Carlisle may start the season, but these two young guys are going to play a lot of football before it's all over.
Goodson again, the setback. Catch on the out May. Solid gain to pick up the lost penalty yardage. That's Vinny Anthony the second, and it's 2nd and long.
The one troubling thing here is you see Edwards way off. Is that a couple of guys, Edwards and Blackman, who I thought played good at times last year, have struggled in training camp. That's why you got to keep your eye on the Carter kid, number 39, who is the nickel right now. Kind of an interesting guy out of the British Columbia Lions.
And Edwards out of Tulane, but played at Indiana State before that. Made the team as an undrafted free agent last year. Rush on the throw. Colts linebackers close in quickly. That rookie duo of Allen and Betcher. And here's a Twitter sideline report with Lara Overton.
Well, you guys were talking about Rob Carter, and coming out of the CFL with the opportunity he has with the Indianapolis Colts, he told me getting used to the playing speed was in the playbook, extra time in film, out on the practice field, just getting the reps, actually playing football at this speed.
Lara, thank you. Carter, 3 tackles last week against the Patriots. 3rd down and 9. Blitz coming. Rush throws. Catch made. It was Wohler in coverage. The grab made by Velling. Another flag down on the play. Let's see if this gets wiped away.
Adi wants a hold.
He got it.
Holding, offense, number 74, 10-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down.
That was still a great throw by Rush, even with the holding flag.
Great throw. Lou came with everybody. Basically, he came with those 2 young inside linebackers inside, and Addy had a really good rush out of War. Had a really good rush off that right side, and they were holding him as it went.
So 3rd and a ways here for the Falcons. Need to get the ball to the 49-yard line. And with that, they'll simply give the draw. That's Carter tripped up. We'll get it back to the 38-yard line. But Coleman Owen back deep to return for the Colts. Owen will let this one bounce. And how about that kick? Down to the 3-yard line. A boot of 59 yards. Colts have the football when we come back to Lucas Oil. Wide receivers here.
Oh, no.
Bobbled snap, but Leonard picks it up. It will be a gain on the play of 2. And again, this has been more shotgun under center, but there have been some snap issues from the Colts backup center. So Tucker's kind of like the swing interior line. They want to be the backup at multiple positions.
Well, with Farmer coming in and being capable of being a starter, Gonzalez being capable of being a swing tackle if he has to move out, the center position is one behind Bortolini you have to fix. And Tucker, I think, has done a good job on the blocking aspect of it. It's just the snaps are all over the place.
McGowan picks up 5 again. His solid day continues. 3rd down coming up for the Colts. 2 punts, 2 field goals, and 4 drives so far. Falcons bring 4, and that's just hopped. Yep, Leonard threw that one a bit shy of Coleman Owen. A 3-and-out for Indianapolis, and punt team is heading to the field.
Riley has really struggled in his first 2 games. He really has. He hasn't been accurate. He hasn't been protected. And it's been a real struggle.
Colts now 0 of 5 on 3rd down tries in this game. Sanchez again will be allowed to kind of air this one out.
Yeah, the Falcons have had their way with us at this point.
Drummond at his own 38 to return. Another high arching punt. Taylor Britt, the player in coverage that got down the field first, then kind of holds things up for Wohler and Rhodes to make the tackle. A 59-yard punt for Rigoberto Sanchez. Time now for our Forum Credit Union question of the week. In last year's 31-25 overtime win over the Falcons in Germany, Jonathan Taylor rushed for 244 yards and 3 touchdowns. In that game, he broke the Colts record for career rushing touchdowns. Whose record did he break? Don't say it yet. Think about it. We'll give you the answer coming up in a matter of moments. So Jack Strand now in the game. Jack, the 4th quarterback for the Falcons. Jack, a young man that played at Minnesota State Moorhead at the Division II level. He was fourth in the Harlan Hill Award. That is the Michael Penix Jr. when healthy is the 1-2. Atunga Bailoa is the 2. Rush is a veteran, and Nathan Carter gets taken down by George Gumson. Betcher is there as well.
Watch Betcher run through here. This is what he's done so well. Is he?
Now you got a large chunk of your draft class on the field right now.
Yes,
for the Colts.
You do.
3rd down and 8. 4-man rush. Strand steps in, finds his man right at the first down marker. Again, that is Dylan Drummond on the catch. Needed 8, and it's exactly what he got. First down, Falcons.
Yeah, he showed off that arm right there. That was a rifle.
So in theory, you would think Strand's going to get the rest of the game for Atlanta. Thought Rush played awfully well in his time in the contest. Strand on the move. Finds his tight end in the flat. That'll be good enough for a first down. That is Nick Muse that makes the catch. Robert Carter on the tackle for a gain of 11 yards.
Yeah, and Carter at nickel, number 39, who will be ready.
Four-man rush. Strand, pocket collapses, finds a way to escape, and ends up picking up a gain of 5 yards on the play.
I would say if very much out of that defensive line at all, you know, either the run or the pass.
You know, last week, Rick, there were kind of guys that popped, and obviously a lot of them were the rookies. McGowan's the one guy that has kind of continued that from last week.
Absolutely. There's no question about that. He is the one guy, that's right, that is stacking a performance.
3rd different running back we have seen carry the football today for the Falcons. And that is Cash Jones on the play. Shy of the line to gain.
And the reason that can be so important, if you could have a reliable first down back.
Potentially 4-down territory here for the Falcons. Saw them convert on 4th down on the previous drive. First it's 3rd. Strand on the boot. Jones. Race to the end zone. Touchdown. Daniel Scott knocks him into the pylon. Touchdown from 13 yards out. And the Falcons, offensively, are doing, frankly, whatever they would like to in half number 1.
Yeah, totally disorganized there on defense. Totally lost the coverage. Absolutely nobody on them.
Jones, an undrafted free agent out of Georgia. So,
and I'd have to say the Atlanta 2s have come to play.
Now the Wednesday and Thursday practices went more of the way of the Colts. Not so much today.
That's exactly right. And as I said, that's not unusual that during the week when one team does very well in the joint practices,